For too long, biases, harassment, and negative behaviour mean that not everyone is able to access or experience all the positive things that we have in the field of economics. And this has to change.
Here at the Royal Economic Society, we have put in place a code of conduct and a complaints procedure, which is upheld by our Standards of Conduct Committee. But we can still do more to change the culture so that everyone can grow and develop as economists.
When certain groups are underrepresented in a field, this can be due to biases or stereotypes. And this can start at the point of entry or while they are in the discipline. So this might create a negative culture.
There's also been a culture of fear around reporting because of the power imbalances and hierarchies in play. And even those who acknowledge there is a problem can sometimes find it hard to intervene or challenge the situation. Perhaps it's the ambiguity of a situation, perceived cost or risk of intervening, or what's called the bystander effect, where in large groups everyone assumes someone else will do something, and therefore they're less likely to do it themselves. But we can make the bystander effect work in our favour. If just one person in a group intervenes, this makes it much more likely that others will step in or step up.
What I think is necessary is understanding what an active bystander is, because that both gives you the tools to deal with things, but it also does open your eyes to an awful lot of subtle bullying and harassment that can happen in academic and indeed in other situations, but I think particularly in academic situations, particularly in economics, where seminars are set up to be quite confrontational, where people have networks that they've built up over years that don't let in other people, where people have kind of views about other people that they may form collectively that are wrong. So I think it's really important in economics to kind of get on top of this.
There are several steps to this. The first and most important is you need to educate yourself. You need to understand what sort of situations might be difficult for people and for what different reasons they may be. The second thing, of course, is to notice when these things are happening, because taking notice is vital. The third thing is, of course, to interpret whether a situation is one where you might need to intervene. The fourth thing is actually to assume responsibility. It does not mean you may want to do something yourself, but it does mean you want to have a strategy about things you can do when these things happen.
Don't forget that process and systems are important too. If you see a group could be excluded, for example, from a meeting or a recruitment process, then ensure that process is reviewed and delegate responsibility to develop a more inclusive approach.
There are actions you can take to promote an inclusive and respectful culture. For instance, at conferences or meetings where participants are presented their work and getting feedback, you can ask questions in the same respectful way, regardless of the gender, their ethnicity, the language, the perceived age or seniority, and asking those questions from a place of genuine curiosity. That is something that everyone can really do.
You need to make sure that everyone buys into the agenda. And it is everyone's responsibility to support our community.
So being an active bystander is one way that you can play your part to learn more about how to recognise when you need to intervene, what you can do, and how to do so safely. Please see the RES resource on the website.